I did the Artist in Wonderland. While I was there, here's a little something nobody knows about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ARTBOX. This is episode 9, and today's guest is Chuck Lee. How are you doing, bud?
Yo, I'm doing so good, man. Thank you so much for having me on, man. It's good to talk to you. It's been, it's been a while us interacting with each other, and like I've been keeping up with what you've been doing and stuff, and I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, I think I was trying to get you in sooner, but you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
Busy guy.
For sure.
Yeah, man. What you been up to? I seen you've been getting in a good bit of looks like a little bit of vacay, a little bit of spring stuff.
Yeah, man.
Or summer, my bad.
Yes, yeah. Spring, summer, all of it. This has just been a really crazy busy year. Definitely been doing a lot of traveling. I was actually at a wedding yesterday, and but been hopping around a lot. Did my little family reunion, which was cool in Atlanta, and got to see some people out there. Tennessee for my birthday, and just hopping around. Went to Vegas for my sister's birthday. It's just, it's been a lot of moving around, but it's been good. I've been trying to get as much art in as I can, but it's tough. Busy.
How do you get the art in? That's wild.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And I work a 9 to 5 too. I do IT for a living and stuff. So like I do that for 8 hours, and then I do my art and YouTube for another 8 hours. It's busy. And I'm a full-time, I don't know, what do we call it? She's my fiance, but I'm a full-time boyfriend, but I'm a full-time almost husband.
It's full-time, yeah. All of them, it's all full-time.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's a little bit about who you are, man. Why don't you go ahead and tell the audience a little bit more? We met. I've actually been watching you through YouTube for a long time.
Appreciate
and then, I don't know, just this past year, I started getting some of my stuff going. And I was like, I kind of want in on this,
Heck yeah.
why don't I do some videos and stuff? And
hell yeah.
I never thought I'd get to talk to you, and here we are. So for the audience and me, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so as far as like the art goes and whatnot, I started my YouTube channel when COVID started, and just as something to do when I'm like all by myself and whatnot. And actually, like 3 episodes in is when I met my my fiance now, and like she's been here for the whole like journey and whatnot. But I always did like graffiti and little comic book type stuff when I was in high school, but never took it seriously. But COVID came up, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to be dope, and document that whole process. And I still got mad aspirations, but so I worked with acrylics starting off, and then I moved into oils. And during that whole time, I felt like my shtick would always be that I'm doing like the mixed media, or I'm doing a little bit something extra with my work. So that's why you always see like some gold leaf pop out effects, or stencil patterns, and just like whatever I can. I've incorporated lights into a few of my pieces, and and that's just been my journey. When I turned 20, like 2021, I got signed to my first label, doing music. Actually, I started with doing that, making beats, rapping, and moved out to LA, hopped around the country, all through my 20s and whatnot. But now I put all my focus into the art stuff, and that's basically where the art came from and whatnot.
I've been doing some research on you, and I saw some of the music. I wrote these notes for the show before I learned some of that. I wish those were on here, but we can talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, hell yeah, we can.
That's the beauty of it. So have you, which you recently got to do some more of your musical performance in one of your videos.
Yeah,
so that was pretty tight.
Yeah, that was just like a little karaoke type of thing in that one video for the boxes, because like it was inspired by Lupe Fiasco's track and whatnot, and I just wanted to avoid like copyright, so I was up there like, shoot, screw it, maybe I'll just rap the shit myself. I know how to rap, so it wouldn't be too awkward, but I don't know, I still felt like it was a little bit cringe, but it felt good to like just rhyme again. Also too,
Yeah.
like to come back to the music, I did the Artist in Wonderland, and while I was there, here's a little something nobody knows about. Me and Lazy Arts Flow, Lazy Arts, we had a straight up freestyle cipher together, and like we were going back and forth, and he's got flow. Like the Lazy Arts can like rap his ass off. He's like super dope. So that was really cool, and he's got good beat selection too. Like he was throwing on beats, and I was throwing on beats, and then him and I were just going back and forth, and Black Bean sitting there like, "Yo," yeah, man.
That's nice to be able to actually chill and do something like that, because I know the rest of like the schedule was packed.
Man, man, but yeah, man, yeah, well, it was packed, but yeah, the music,
Yeah,
that those little breaks and having that, like that interaction with a lot of them, that way was really dope, because that's where I come from, the music. Yeah.
have you been doing music and art like ever since you were a kid, or? Because I know
Yeah.
most artists, that's kind of where it starts. We're
Hmm.
like, well, I can't really think of when it started because I've been doing it forever, but you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, definitely the music ever since I was like a little kid. I was in the church choir and like all of that, Um, and always sang. And then like when I got to high school, I kind of found hip hop. Like, the music comes from like, my parents. Like my mom, she was really into like soul and R&B and techno, that was like her thing. And then my dad, he was like 80s rock and like Caribbean music, like, and like they were really about that stuff. And they both really liked, Michael Jackson. And that was like my favorite artist coming up. And I always wanted to like, sing and do like music, so many different musical like influences as a child coming up. And I always wanted to do it. And in high school, I found hip hop, and yeah, man, it really did take off. I always been creative though, and like I said, during the whole time, I had always did the little drawings here and there, doodling in class because ADHD and what they were teaching was bullshit. Like a
Yeah.
lot of the
So
times.
did your parents, were your parents creatives as well?
Yeah, my dad plays the guitar. He's like, yeah, he's sick. He'll shred on it to this day, and then,
Nice.
my mom's always like had a artistic like eye as far as like she's always stayed up with the fashions. Anytime like every other year she would be painting all of the walls, switching out different artwork in the house and all of that and whatnot. Never really pursued it, but had the eye for it. So yeah, but yeah, all types of creative. My sister, she, photographer, and now she's a graphic designer. And then my other sister,
Nice.
she just picked up painting, and she's a pro now. And I'm up there like, yo, Jen, chill the fuck out, like like yo, this is my thing over here. But she is just killing it, like. So yeah, man, yeah, yeah, definitely come from an artistic
And
family.
yeah, we're pretty lucky in our day and age to be, because like my dad and mom, they love music. They have plaques from helping build the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Oh,
out in
word.
Cleveland.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So like they've just been diehards for the scene, forever. But it's like, they didn't have social media,
Hmm.
YouTube, all this free stuff back then.
Word.
So they always encouraged me too, growing up, like, oh yeah, do whatever you want. We love the music. So I play guitar, drums. I love music and art. So and anything I kind of ever wanted to do, they never really shut it down, I
That's
guess.
beautiful, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Have you ever incorporated any of like your music into your YouTube videos or anything?
Not yet.
That's real.
I had a when I first really put in effort on a project, it was my documentary, and it's
Hmm.
not that well. I kind of want to do it again, but it is what it is, and we all grow from a spot.
No, I checked it out. I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you. Oh, you watched it?
Yeah,
Thank you.
man.
Yeah, I
I keep up
appreciate
with a
that.
lot of your stuff. I haven't watched all the interviews and whatnot, but like I've watched quite a few of them and like the other content that you like do and whatnot. Like you're dope,
Yeah,
dude.
art, events, and then
Hmm.
the podcast.
Hmm.
I just recently had a tutorial. It's pretty long, so that's kind of like for people who's got that time, or like, because there's some pretty dull parts where you're just learning, you know. It's very strictly on that.
Hey, but that's good though. Like for the people that's what they want. Like, you know what I mean? Everything doesn't have to be entertaining. Like so much if you're getting like a lesson from the video, man. Like and it's appreciated because I worried about that when I did my first mural video because I was up there like, oh man, like most of this whole video is a whole bunch of people really like telling me like what to do and it's very like meticulous, not too entertaining.
Oh,
But I got so many people that were up there like, yo, I learned something from hearing like these legends telling you about how to do this. And yeah, so yeah.
yeah. I think that added to the like, even though like you're like killing it, like your art's super like dope, it
Appreciate
showed
that.
like the mentorship like storyline in the video. So and like, I mean, they're your idols too.
Yeah.
I know, like
For sure.
you're one of my idols, so it's
Oh
like
man, dude, you're one of mine, dog.
appreciate that.
Straight up.
Which speaking of doing stuff with them, I do like stuff in my hometown where we have events, or I'll go some, like I don't always get the chance to travel very far,
hmm
but I'll do like a tabling events and stuff. Do you do a lot of creativity like stuff in your community?
So I did just do a mural in Lansing from somebody that actually met me at Artist in Wonderland, which was kind of cool to get a mural project like during that. They saw us when we were at the beer house or whatever, at the pub,
Oh,
and they was like, "Yo, come out to Lansing and do a mural." So that was cool. But every year I do. What's called the DIY Festival in Ferndale, Michigan. It's just a little bit right outside of Detroit, and it's the one that I do every single year. And it's a pretty big fest, and lots of people come out, and I set up my little tent and whatnot. But that's about it. I'm honestly kind of the worst at like marketing myself. I don't get out there. Like I do my little videos, but like even like on Instagram I'm not as like present as I should be, or like promoting myself or any of that stuff. But I mean, such is the life of like our artist. We just want to do the art, and so much of everything else is like, oh, I gotta do that part. Like
yeah. You can tell my table setup is which it might be the end of my festival season for the moment, but you could tell it was evolving. And it's just like you wear so many hats. It's
hmm
you got to be an event coordinator. You got to design your stuff. You got
yeah.
to be on film. You got to be a filmmaker. All this crap.
Mhm.
Love it.
For sure, man. But like like you said, it's like it's ever evolving, like the mind state in the like the way that you approach it and whatnot. And I feel like I'm getting better slowly, but I guess
Yeah.
we can always do better at like everything that we do. But
And you have one of those DIY fests coming up, don't you?
yeah, next month, the weekend of the 24th, I think, the 23rd or 24th. Yeah, that weekend. Yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, if anybody sees this and wants to come say what up, come check me
Yeah.
out. I love giving high fives and hugs. Straight
Heck
up.
yeah. If I was out that way, I'd be there, dude. I
Hell
just
yeah.
love the scene, like
hmm
events, art festivals,
hmm
see what all the goodies everybody's got.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, most years that's like part of like our like tradition is like the last day of the festival we go and hit like depending on how we do, but we hit all the other booths and we try to buy from like all the other like vendors and whatnot and all the other people like displaying their stuff, even if it is just like a sticker here or a print there, and
Yeah.
support and get some cool shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Are they doing music there? Do they have like live music or anything?
They do. They do. Yeah. I
Nice.
don't know what the acts are this year, but like last year they had some pretty decent people. I think like the Offspring was there or something like that. I mean, I don't really get down with the Offspring, but like, those hits, I'll bop to
That's a big
them,
name.
It's a big name.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. I think one of the biggest names we've had, we almost had Smash Mouth here once.
Oh, word.
Yeah, back before dude passed,
hmm
forgot to happen this year.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
love those kinds of like shows and getting out and doing stuff.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of music, what is your like? Do you have a favorite musician or favorite kind of music?
Yeah, so I mean, I've always done like the hip hop thing, but I don't know if I would consider like at this point in my life, like hip hop my favorite genre. I get down with a lot of stuff though, like like when like I listen, like I'm a diehard Tool fan. I've seen them, a few times live. Met Maynard in real life one time, um, and I still get down to a lot of that stuff. But honestly, the thing that I listen to most nowadays is just like that jazzy, like not necessarily like lo-fi, but like just jazzy instrumental type stuff. Like some of my favorite artists right now are Yusuf Days, who does like a lot of like a he's actually a drummer, but he has like his own albums, but it's all with that jazzy type of vibe. Yeah, Tom Mesh, FKJ, like a lot of just soulful people and whatnot. Like Anderson .Paak is one of my favorite artists right now. I actually just
Right.
released that video, so I'm hoping. Oh my God, I'm hoping so bad that like we can meet and like and like get the chance to like hang out as I give him the painting and whatnot. But we'll see, man. I
That'd be dope.
fingers crossed. Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping.
I'm addicted
Yeah.
to some of those tracks he did with Corday. Those are
Yeah.
in rotation, man. Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
then I think one of the first songs I seen him do that I was introduced to was "Cut 'Em In" with Rick Ross,
Oh yeah.
and he was playing the set in that. I was like, this goes deep. I got to find
Hmm.
out who this guy is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Which are you gonna do a video for the festival, the DIY fest?
We'll see. Every year I take footage for it, and I've done it, and this will be like my fourth or fifth year, and I always get footage for it, but I never actually like do a good video for it. So we'll see. Hopefully this year I'll do one.
I know how
Yeah,
it goes.
yeah.
It's like a videography set once you start looking at the footage, and if you're
Hmm.
not set out to do a video for the day,
Yeah.
because I only got like the last two in because I like wrote them and planned them. That's the first time I
Hmm.
did it for an event,
Hmm.
and it was it was hellish to say the least.
Yeah. I bet.
I had to do a live painting and all kinds of stuff. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. You did. You and your buddy, you guys both did live paintings with each other. I saw that video. I remember
Oh
that
yeah,
video.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that was fun. Oh,
Hmm.
Austin. That was Austin. He
Hmm.
was the first guest I had on here. He was
Hmm.
one of the first art tubers I ever met.
Oh, right on.
And that's
Yeah.
how we actually met was through YouTube. And then now we've set up. We go skate every now and then.
Dope.
I gifted him a really rare Pokemon card and stuff.
Dope.
So if you're ever around,
Hell yeah,
no,
man.
if we are ever around each other, we got to do something.
Oh man, hell yeah,
But
dude. Yeah, hell yeah. We'll have some beers, man. Shoot the shit, man. I'm all about that, man. I love meeting other artists, especially people that know what we do. Before we even started this, you and I were talking about like just like, time and and Kipto just released a video that really touched on it like so well, just like how much time we're in the edit, you know what I mean? And how much time we're in like our like paintings and whatnot. We sit and we paint and then we sit and we edit and we still have like our, 9 to 5s. We still have our families and whatnot. And like there's just a lot of like not a lot of time to, get out there, and really like,
oh yeah,
you know, you get it. So I love meeting other people that just get it. So like, and it makes the times that we spend, with people that get it that much better. For
oh
real.
yeah. Uh, my bad. Drop my plate out. I've been playing with for a
You
bit.
good, man?
That's new for me. It helps me stay focused.
Oh, okay. No doubt. Like a fidget ding dong or like something like that. Like a
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Well, speaking of other big art YouTubers, what made you realize you wanted to take the art to YouTube? Because that's a whole different boundary to break, like starting filming,
Hmm.
buying a camera, buying microphones,
Hmm.
scripting. That
Yeah.
was I I've gotten in so many reps on things I didn't think, because I started doing film before I did this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got out of it and I was like, I want to try to like go full YouTube with it. And I was like learning it all myself. And it was just like so many things to learn to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, people only see the videos. So it's just like, oh, this was super easy and it's a fast video. And it's like, no, it's a lot of isolation and like getting it done.
Yeah.
So what made you make that leap?
It was really like 10 hun and like Kipto, because like all of a sudden I just one day just found out that there was a thing that was art YouTube. I didn't even realize what it was, and he was one of the first artists that I found. And I just really like fell in love with like his style and whatnot, and like same with like Kipto. And then I was up there like, yo man, I want to do what they do, you know. I want to like I said, I wanted to be a better artist, one, and just pick it up, since I had so much like extra time during like COVID and whatnot. Like I said, at the time I was alone. At the time I was, you know, just home all the fucking time. So it was just it was But they definitely inspired me to get started, and it's so crazy that now they're like my buddies, you know.
Yeah, my first video actually. I guess to give some context to it, I've mentioned it a little bit, but in that documentary, I got clean and just started like just living life, trying to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my first videos was about 3 years ago, before I really hopped on.
Yeah.
Before I really understood. And that first video I was filming in a roommate house where we all, you know, split the bill, because, you know, I was a new man again.
Yep.
And my buddy walked into the room one day, because he knew like I'd be sitting in there painting one day.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be making comic books, stuff like that, just for like social media.
Yeah.
And he's like, have you ever heard of 1000 and stuff? And I was like, no, never watched any like art YouTubers before. So like that first video was like the first like time he like thought to tell me like, oh, there's other people out there too. I was like, I had no idea. So he opened up the book for me, and 1000 was the first one I saw.
Hell yeah.
And I think maybe Proco was next, and then Jazza. Yeah, some of the big ones.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was 10 hun, Kipto, and then Slew for me, and then I found Alpe Fa. And then, like, just everything just, like, opened up, you know, and I was just up to, like, oh, man. And then they started doing the biggest art collab and stuff when he started doing those. And then, like, you know, I had already known about, like, Black Bean, you know, a couple years ago and whatnot. But, like, when he got on the other one, I was just like, holy crap. And then that one came to me, and then I was like, oh, shit, like, you know, I've got a collab piece with, like, because Black Bean is, like, that dude is my heart. I love Black Bean so much. He's so sweet. He is a cool dude, too. Like, you know, and you see, like, his person, like,
he killed those pieces.
Man.
I didn't expect that for him being, like, so timid about it. He jumped right in and killed it.
Man. One of the coolest guys ever, and he has a very big personality on YouTube, and then like in person and whatnot, he is the most like down to earth, humble like person. Like, you know, like I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. Like, you know, and I still like to this day, like, you know, we'll text and whatnot, and like, you know, I can be myself. Like you can be yourself with everybody, but like, you know, you really feel comfortable around a guy like that. He's real cool people.
Speaking of the YouTube's biggest art collab, how'd that go? Were you pretty nerve-wracked on that?
Holy crap. And then I like painted it upside down and had to redo it. Like, oh my God, yo, man, that was a hell of an experience. That was like, but a good experience. And it was like so dope. And especially because, like, 1000 had he had no way of knowing that I was going to be on that. And just like, maybe a year prior or a few months prior, I had just met him and whatnot. So it was so cool to be working on it and be able to hit him up and be up there like, bro, like I screwed up, and like, you know, and to have him be up there like, Chuck, it's cool, man, just like, you know, flip it over and get back after it and make sure that you put this in the video that you screwed it up, because like
Is that what he said?
he did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was up there like, man, make sure you put this in the video that you screwed it, because I wasn't gonna put it in there. I was just gonna be up there like, all right, I'm gonna redo it, and then that's gonna be the video. But you know, I learned a lesson. You know, you put in the mistakes. You know, and I try to do that every time now. But yeah, that was
he's not wrong. The drama will increase the video, and it's real life too. So when you let that real life just happen like that, it's very interesting.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of drama, you want a little drama for this video? I've got an update on that collab.
Oh, nice.
Because you know we've been
How's that?
waiting on it for about almost a year now, since the last artist had it. I spoke to that artist like a couple days ago, Smitty Tut. Sweetheart of a dude, like, you know what I'm saying, a really good dude. And even though, like, you know, just like life happens and then all of these things happen and whatnot, I never, like, you know, was like a hater to him or any, because he's been getting a lot of hate from a lot of community, like, just pass it on, or like, you know, you shouldn't have took it, which, I mean, I get it, everybody wants to see it done, but like, you know, don't throw no hate at that man, you know what I'm saying? He's a good dude. But he was able to give me a sneak peek. I've seen where he's at with it, and he's still working on it. And you heard it here.
Nice.
I think it's gonna be done and out sooner. Like, you know, soon. I don't know how soon.
Is it the last one? Do you know if it's the last one or
no? Because where
there's more space.
There's more space. Yep.
Gotcha.
So
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's awesome.
But it's cool.
Speaking of interacting with 10, was that the first time you had to interact with 10?
No, when he first bought the warehouse, he had made a video, and then he had said, yo, if anybody knows anything about construction or anything like that, you know, reach out and whatnot. And then I sent him an email, and I was like, bro, I don't really know much about construction, but I'm a able body, and I live, like, you know,
got two hands.
Yep, I live in the same state as you, and I don't mind driving out there. And yeah, he got me a hotel room, and I went out there and just spent the weekend just like helping out around the warehouse, and that's when we first met each other and whatnot. And I found a real good friend in him during that time. Artist in Wonderland was just crazy. So many people everywhere and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that time, when I first met him for that, it was a lot more him and I time. We got some time. We went out and had a couple beers, and then went back to his place and like played some like Rocket League. But we got
Nice.
a chance to like show each other our music, because we both come from, you know, making music. So like we just went back and forth like, let me play you this track. I was like, let me play you this track. And like, you know, I freestyled, or I was rapping with him for a little bit outside the brewery, and like, you know, we became real cool like during that trip. But yeah, that's how we met.
Does Peter got any freestyle in him?
Oh shit! Like, I mean, he's got flow. Like he's made a couple of videos.
I know he's got them.
Yeah. He didn't freestyle.
Off
but
the
like,
top of the dome is way different. That's a different breed.
Yeah, that's true.
Mad respect to Peter on all the music he makes. He's got vast amounts of creativity.
Yeah, he's a beast. Especially like, I mean, and a lot of his older work, or like his work that he was doing when he was actually in a band and stuff. Some really cool stuff. Some really cool stuff. I mean, nowadays, both of us use like a lot of like royalty free music through a service and whatnot, but every now and then, like, you know, he'll still jump in there and like, you know, lay some vocals over some stuff. And like, you know, that shit is dope. I haven't had the heart to do that. It's a nice treat
when he does.
It is.
I think you should. Although it would probably set your videos back, you know, trying to put all that in there.
For sure. I mean,
I couldn't imagine.
When I first started my channel, though, I did do a lot. Like, everything was my music in the beginning. Like, the first, like, season is, like, every single video was all me. Every single week, you know, I was pulling through. And I even, like a couple of my early videos, I even, like, released, like, songs on the videos, like songs where I was rapping and singing on them and stuff like that. And I kind of just like gave a lot of that up. I miss it a lot. Like I said, Lazy Arts, yeah, he put some fire in me though. He was like, go home and make some music, man. This is fun. I was like, right, it
I
was.
wish you did have that. That would be good for that video too.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of meeting Peter, I haven't actually met him yet, but I don't know if you know that I've worked for him.
Really? I didn't know that. I seen that he follows
Yeah,
you on Instagram, but I didn't know where that connection was.
that actually came after a while. Yeah, I was hoping he wouldn't find me. He found me. He found my art. I don't know if he's seen much of it. He's a very busy guy and all, you know. And
he is.
but yeah, I reached out. I want to say like almost like a year ago. Let's say it was a year ago, and I was looking for like a consultation. I was like wondering. Oh, that's right. I sent him an email asking him what his price might be on like an hour consultation. Maybe talk about just some like art business stuff. Because like I'm needing some guidance. And he kindly responded, which I didn't expect. Even I'm just shooting shots over here. I was big fan. And he's said, he's like, I don't really have time for that kind of stuff right now, but best of luck. And I was like, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I got to talk to Peter, guys.
Hell yeah.
But it was months later when I was just like, I had been doing some of my own content. I was working for that film company for a little bit. And I was like looking at his YouTube and noticing he didn't have shorts up yet. I think he had 2 at the time, maybe 3. And I was like, yeah, if you need an extra hand at doing some shorts, I think I can. I love your work, and I know it's your baby, so like I'd love to test it out, And he tested me out, and then we've done like tons of shorts since then. He's been so busy that like he does a bunch of his own too. And we don't like really get to talk much. It's been mostly business, but I don't know how much he knows that he's actually taught me so much just by being like telling me what to do. He's like, hey, see what you can make out of this, clean this up, cut this part out. And that improved the way I saw my art. I was listening to his scripts over and over, like, just cutting the stuff up. And, he's kind of mentored me a good bit over the past 5 months without knowing it.
Dude, that's sick, man. That's fucking cool, dude. That's really cool, man.
Yeah. We haven't really talked about art or any of my art or anything, but I think he he definitely knows. I asked about the consultation forever ago.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding?
No, I mean, are you on his Discord?
I am not.
Yeah, I would get on his Discord because people talk about that type of stuff all the time on his Discord. I've been a patron of his for a little bit, and I think he has a super low level patron subscription that's only $4 or $5 or some shit like that, and but that might be good to just to hop in there. I'm in a few Discords with a lot of art YouTubers and whatnot.
Artists.
Yeah. Like that.
It's valuable information.
Yeah.
For real.
the Discord that from the largest YouTube art collab where the Mariah Elizabeth create this book. There's about probably about 40 of us in there, and some huge YouTubers in there, like Scott Sava, he's 2 million subscribers. He's in that Discord, and we can talk to each other, you know what I mean? We can we shoot ideas, people with millions of subscribers, and then people with a couple hundred are all together, and we're all shooting the shit and coming up with ideas.
I guess that's the thing is I keep running into these situations where I'll shoot my shot with somebody that I've just been watching for so long, and I don't really expect an answer or anything. People are busy. I'm busy.
Sure.
So it's and then I find out Peter's a real guy.
Yeah.
He's a regular dude.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to like groups like that, I'm like, oh, I don't really fit in.
Fair.
It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but I think I've been trying to prove myself a little bit by putting out proof of concepts with videos, podcasts, just communicating with people, shooting the shit, even just having regular connections, because it's nice to talk about this stuff. Like you said, not many people in our lives know the like artist life or the art YouTuber life or the YouTuber life. They're all so different.
Yeah, man.
And it's very
but at the same time, like, know your worth, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a cool dude, man, and you make dope art, and like, you know what I mean? You're like easy to talk to. Like, you're a cool person. It's good that you like shooting your shot and stuff too. Like, that's the first step. But like, you know what I'm saying? Also, like, know your worth. You cool as hell. Keep on shooting your shot to a whole bunch of people and stuff. Or like, and even if you don't hear back from somebody, you know what I'm saying? Shoot your shot again. Like you said, people are busy and whatnot. But like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely see you, or if I see you, dude, straight up.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it feels good to get some, this feels validation, just talk to you as a bro,
Hell yeah, man.
Now I know you're real.
Straight up. I try to be the realest that I can be. That's why I was up there like, yo, you mind if I sip on my little drink every now and then, hit my vape, and if I let out a shit here, whatever here.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I was paying attention to you on, like, on your own channel, and then like into other people's content too, because I'm like, oh, there's Chuck in the background there over on some of those videos, and to like, I already was pretty sold on you are who you are, and like you're upfront about it.
Yeah, man.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, man. I'm a fucking sweetheart, dude. Like, straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I hug my friends, I hug my homies, and I tell them I love them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might give them a little kiss on the forehead.
Gotta seal it.
I am, but I also am who I am, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't sugarcoat a lot of shit.
Hell yeah. That's good tips for being a good person, man. Do you have some tips for growing as a YouTube artist?
So, I haven't been growing as a YouTube artist, so I don't know. But I will say, community is key. Really, like, like you're already doing, and like, I'm sure a lot of other artists are doing, shoot your shot, like, you know what I mean, and try to get with these creators, and like, really like talk to them and whatnot. Ask for collaborations and whatnot. You might not get one, but I mean, you might get one, you know what I mean? Like, you guys can't even see it in the background, but I'm working on a collaboration right now. Actually, like right now.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. Oh, you can. Okay, right on. Yeah. Oh, I guess you can kind of see it. Yeah, you can see it in my video
might not
too.
See it.
But it's a little bit blurry. It's cool, but that's a sneak peek of a huge collaboration that I'm doing. But it's me and 4 other artists, and every single one of them. So.
Oh snap! This is gonna be sweet. All right, yeah, man. Got some good details on this podcast out of you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You were getting the scoop. The biggest art collab is coming soon. That's a video that's coming soon, and in a minute, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab my portrait, and you'll be the first one to see it for the swim contest.
Yeah, which I think that will be covered on the 30th. Is that what he said?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we only have until the 28th to submit. But you've already submitted.
24th.
24th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got 5 days. All right. I still got to take all my glam shots and whatnot, but the painting's done. So that's good.
Nice.
The painting's as done as I'm going to make it be done, I guess. Is a better way to say it.
And it's still there for whatever pickup shots you want to do.
That's real. That's very real. Yeah, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to release my video like a day like after he releases the video of like all of the stuff. I was gonna probably try to release my video because I documented the whole thing, and I want to release the video like after or something.
Yeah, I want to capture the results. So I was waiting to do the edit till I got that, but it's probably a good idea to start it now. Because I ended up with like 200 gigs, which is a lot for me off of just these phones. And they come out pretty good when I use the Ultra HD. So,
Yeah. Is that what you use?
but this was one of the bigger
Do
ones.
you use your phone for most of your content and whatnot? That's what's up.
Yeah, I have separate mics, and then I have an old phone and then a current phone. So every time like I buy a new phone, it's worth keeping those around in the drawer in case you need
Absolutely.
a C cam, a B cam.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I started with the Canon M50. I started with I
Nice.
started with my Galaxy S20 phone. I used my
Right.
phone to start off, and then the first camera that I got was the Canon M50, and now I use a Sony EV10. And like,
Right before I started doing this, I was working on a Canon that I'm pretty sure is like 15 years old. That's what I was working with that film company. So like I can't wait to get back to having a good camera.
Yeah,
But
man.
like yeah, I was like, I got phones and lab mics and stuff laying around. I'm just gonna use these while I got them
I
and
mean, and
just build as I go.
it's good content. What you're doing, like, it never looks not professional to me. You know what I mean? It all looks good to me. So like, use what you got until, you know what I'm saying, you want to upgrade. And like, upgrading is so expensive. So many things, all of
Yeah,
the
man.
lights and the cameras and all of that stuff. But uh, what made me make that investment was the better I got at art, the more I wanted to invest in the way that I present it. You know what I mean? So I kept getting better. Oh, I want to get a better camera. I want to get better lights. I want to get like
Yeah.
mics, and then I want to get this and I want to get that, and then I'm broke all the time. But
Yeah.
at least my videos be crispy sometimes.
Fuck yeah, dude. So good.
Uh-huh.
Worth it.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
you're doing what you love, I
I
mean,
am.
with this stuff. And I
Hmm.
mean, you're reaching people like me over here in Ohio. I'm, just in the butt crack of Ohio doing nothing.
Where are you at in Ohio? Are you like what
I'm in,
city are you closest to? Rather, like big city? Because I don't know all the
uh,
cities.
I'm like an hour and 40 minutes away from Columbus.
Oh shit.
I'm not too far from Cincinnati,
Okay. Are you north of Columbus?
south.
South of
I'm at
Columbus.
the very south.
Oh, okay. So you're about 4 hours away, man, from
Yes.
Detroit. Yeah. Come on up here sometime, man. You
I've
you
been
can
to
crash on my
Illinois
couch.
before, and that was a long one.
Mm,
But Michigan, me and my girl have been talking about it. I was like, look, there's a lot of signs just happening.
mm-hmm.
I'm shooting my shot in weird places, and people are just like, it's working, and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a good time. People are having a good time. Uh, Michigan looks like a good place to at least go experience real quick.
Yeah, man, come on up for DIY, man. Next month, if you got the time and want to come,
Right.
you guys, you and your girl, I got a spare bedroom. Y'all crash at my house. You know what I'm saying? So, for real,
Heck
for real,
yeah.
for real,
That is
for real.
next month, isn't it? So yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
got time.
And if not, then some other time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm open to hanging out with you in person. Is what I'm saying. You cool dude. It's
We've
all good.
opened the door here, yeah.
Hell
Do some
yeah.
painting in.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
that covers all of the topics I have for today.
Sick.
Why don't you go ahead and let the audience know where they can find you and what else you have going on?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Chuck Lee MBM, and then you can find me on YouTube for the first time. This past year, you can type in just Chuck Lee on YouTube, and you'll find my face. Before it would come up with like Chuck Lee Banjo or like Chuck Lee, some other Chuck Lee or some shit, but like I'm the Chuck Lee on YouTube. You type in Chuck Lee, you gonna find my gap tooth smile all up in your face.
We got the Chuck Lee here today,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
The one and only.
Yes, sir. And then what I got coming up? I've got the portrait videos coming up, the Slews contest for the portrait video. All the luck in the world to you. You know what I mean? Your shit is super
You
dope.
too.
Thank you, dude. And then I've got this collaboration video that I'm working on right now that's super, super, super top secret. But it's gonna be a crazy video. And then also I'm working on another little piece right now. And I'm hoping that I can have like a solid, 2 or 3 videos before the end of the month, but we'll see. Probably be 2, probably be 1.
Gotcha. I look forward to it, man.
Thanks, man. I
And I
appreciate
look
that.
forward to having you back on if you're down for it.
Hell yeah. We should get a couple of us on one of these or something like that. Like, you've interviewed some sweet people, like, and we could all shoot the shit. And, like, I've got connections too with other people that I'm sure will be down too. So, I mean, we could take that offline, but
Nice.
it'd be tight to, like, sit down with a couple people. And I'm always down to sit down with you and shit. You're a dope artist, and you cool people, man. I love when you did, like, you be liking all my posts and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Hit me with the engagement and whatnot, and it feels good. And I hope
Yeah,
that I can
man.
do that for you as well. You know what I'm saying?
Don't ever feel bad if you can't. Everybody's got lives, I hope you're too busy. You know what I mean?
Word,
I hope
dude.
I hope people are just paying you money for all these paintings. You're just like, I can't even get online.
Shit, I hope too, man. For real, I hope too, man.
Yeah, soon enough, bud.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's ARTBOX. Stay creative, folks.
Hell yeah. Peace, love.